Hello Chinese viewers, I am DS your psychologist and welcome to another episode on Channel 8. So in this episode, we are going to talk about the ESTJ's TeNe Loop. So this is the ESTJ's cognitive stacks. Under normal circumstances, they will use TE and engage SI as their co-pilot. So what does SI do for the ESTJ? So in very simple terms, the SI as a function grounds the ESTJ. The SI gives the ESTJ a plan, something that they can fall back on so that they know that they are on track. Without SI, the ESTJ loses direction. Besides this, SI also helps to manage the expectations of the ESTJ. They do not want to go into anything unprepared. So in other words, SI helps to restrain the ESTJ. So if you compare the ESTJ with the ENTJ, the ESTJ is actually a slower MBTI type because they have SI which can restrain them. When the ESTJ dismisses SI as their second function, they go into a TeNe loop. So when that happens, NE becomes used more often than usual. So what happens when SI is bypassed? When SI is bypassed for the ESTJ, they go into a TeNe loop. This means that they will use NE much more often than usual. And unfortunately for the ESTJ, NE is not a function that they know how to use very well. It's just not suitable for them. Because both the TE and the NE are extroverted functions, so it is actually very easy to identify an ESTJ in a TeNe loop. They become more extroverted than usual. It is not usual for the ESTJ to be extroverted outwardly at all.
Jennifer Aniston, it's time to play What's My Next Line?
So here are some characteristics of the ESTJ in a TeNe loop. First, they become very chaotic in their choices. They have too many choices because NE is about having a lot of choices at the same time, a lot of different ideas at the same time. Not only that, the ESTJ now has no plan, but yet at the same time, they are very interested to get everything done at once. So they rush into things.
Only fools rush in.
The third characteristic of an ESTJ in a TeNe loop is that now they are very interested to impress the people around them. Initially, the ESTJ is not interested in validation at all. Now they just want to seek validation from everyone. But of course, this is unhealthy for the ESTJ because the ESTJ has set SI. They are unable to see a clear path ahead of them. The ESTJ is an MBTI type that needs very clear evidence what is ahead of them, or a very clear path to know what to do next. Now that SI is no longer there, they are depending on NE, which does not give them any clarity at all. So SI is a function that gives the ESTJ feedback from past experiences. So based on past experiences, the SI gives the ESTJ something to fall back on so that they know what to expect in the future. Given that SI is now no longer there, the ESTJ uses NE much more. NE does not provide the ESTJ with the solace or with this confirmation, affirmation that they really need. As a result, the ESTJ becomes more extroverted and somehow unfocused. And this is also why an ESTJ that is undergoing the TeNe loop may appear to be like an ENFP or ENTP.
It makes me think there must be something wrong with me.
So what may have caused the ESTJ to now go into a TeNe loop? There are two possibilities. One would be extreme stress. So take for example, the ESTJ has been known to be a slow and steady person. Most of the time, they want to go by proven methods. However, the ESTJ may have taken in more work than he may actually have liked. So this causes him stress because he has more work to deliver. And the ESTJ tends to want to do things systematically. So in a bid to complete the work by the deadline, the ESTJ may now start to sacrifice SI because SI grounds them, makes them slow. Of course, this strategy is useful in the short run, but if the ESTJ keeps getting more and more work because they are really capable, then this becomes a problem because the ESTJ will now be in a TeNe loop. So the ESTJ is going to feel very disoriented in the long run.
Where am I? Where am I now?
Another reason why the ESTJ may go into a TeNe loop is because the ordinary way, the usual way in which they go about doing things is no longer working for them. So SI is no longer working. So all the proven methods are not working. So this causes the ESTJ to doubt themselves and to doubt their proven methods. So they try something different. So many viewers may have realized already that it is actually much easier for the extrovert to get out of their loop than the introvert. So similarly, for the ESTJ in a TeNe loop, it is going to be quite easy for them to get out. All they need to do is to bring SI back. And that is to trust their proven way of doing things again. So the ESTJ really prefers doing things slowly, going by routines, trusting evidence. So what they're going to do is to do it again so that they can bring SI back into the picture. Slowly but surely, the ESTJ is going to become normal again. So ESTJs in the TeNe loop, whenever you find that you are now very chaotic, you should slow yourself down and take a step back. Be very mindful that now you are doing things too fast for your own good. So you slow down and bring your SI back. Eventually, this will come back. I hope that this episode has helped you understand the ESTJ in the TeNe loop better. If you have not subscribed, do consider subscribing so that we can bring you more MBTI. Okay, I'm going to sign off now and I'll see you in my next episode. Goodbye!